Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be doing like a product review on the Color Co Crystal Luxe palette, and I'm also going to do like an eyeshadow look. I will try to leave a timestamp down below. I picked this palette up at TJ Maxx, and what got me was the beautiful marble packaging. I absolutely thought the packaging was gorgeous. It was kind of like hidden behind all of the eyeshadow palettes, and I saw it, I like snatched it up because I was thinking it was like a BH Cosmetics palette, but when I saw that it wasn't, I didn't know if I would like it or not. Retailed for $8, but TJ Maxx had it for $5.99. But y'all, this palette was $6. That blows my mind. The packaging alone is worth $6. It is beautiful. But we're not here to look at the packaging. We are here to look at the eyeshadows. And y'all, the eyeshadows are beautiful as well. So when you open the palette, you get 16 beautiful shades. You have some pressed glitters, you have a hint of blues, you have some warm browns in this palette as well. This can definitely be like an everyday palette. The pans are actually fairly large. Looking at it now, it's kind of similar to like the Jaclyn Hill palette. Like they have similarities in them. I just now noticed that. So now we're gonna get into the swatches. The first shadow we're gonna swatch is Gem. And Gem's a very pretty glittery eyeshadow. I think Gem would be very pretty on the inner corner of the eye or the eyebrow bone. And that is what Gem looks like. The next shadow we're gonna go over is Quartz. I believe the shadow would do very well in the Crease. The next shadow we're gonna swatch is Opulence. Opulence is a very warm orange shadow. It's like a rustic-y orange. It's matte, and I think it's very beautiful and would be very pretty on the outer corner of the eye. And the fourth shadow that we're gonna swatch in the first row is Trinket. Trinket is a copper glitter, and I think it'd be very pretty all over the eyes. So in the second row, we're gonna start off with Copper. Copper is another glitter eyeshadow. Then we're going to swatch Brass. Brass is another glitter eyeshadow. So the third shadow in the second row that we're going to swatch is Citrine, which is a warm toned gold. And the last shadow from the second row that we're going to swatch is Prized. Prized would be a beautiful transition shade. It is a matte soft brown. So now we're going to go in with the third row, and the first shadow we're going to go with is Aquamarine. I think Aquamarine is a beautiful shade. It'd be beautiful all over the lid. I did like a half lid. I think this is a beautiful shimmery blue. This shadow is definitely a staple in the palette. So the second shade that we're gonna swatch is Topaz, which is another beautiful blue. I mixed Topaz and Aquamarine on my lid today. So the third shadow we're going to swatch is Plush. Plush is a beautiful warm brown shade. You can use this shade to deepen up your crease, to deepen up the outer corner. And the final shade that we're going to go in with the third row is Rich. So Rich is a shimmery bronzy brown and is beautiful as well. So for the fourth and final row, we're going to start with Sterling, which Sterling is a beautiful shimmery gunmetal gray shadow. The second shadow we're going to go in is with Pale Gold, and I actually dug my nail through this shadow, so that's what that's from. Pale Gold is just like Gem. It is a glittery white shadow, and it'd be perfect for the inner corner or the brow bone to highlight with. The third shadow we're gonna go in and swatch is Precious. Precious is a rustic red. And then the last shade that we're gonna go in and swatch is Rock Hard, which Rock Hard is a deep chocolate brown. It's very pretty, and I think this shadow would be very pretty on the outer corners of the eyes. So that is Rock Hard. So I've already set my eyes with concealer, and I've set it with just like translucent powder. And then with a Morphe M505 brush, I am just going to go in with Prized. I'm just going to place that color all over the lid. So after I place Prized all over my lid, I am going to go in with Plush, which is this beautiful chocolatey brown shade. And I'm going to be using the Morphe M330 brush, which is basically the little sister to the Morphe M505. This is the Morphe M505 and this is the Morphe M330 brush. And I'm just going to place that shadow on the outer corner of the eye. So I'm really having to go in several times to build up this shadow, and I am noticing there's a lot of fallout to it as well, and it's also not blending out quite how I want it. I'm definitely gonna have to go back in with Prized to blend it out some. And now I am going back in with the same brush that I used for Prized and just blending it back out. And then with the Morphe M514 brush, I am going to be going in with Precious and Opulence. I'm going to mix the two to get kind of like a deeper and darker brown. And I am just going to place that in my outer corner of the eye. Next, I'm going in with a Morphe M506 brush, and I am going in with Rock Hard, which is this beautiful dark chocolate brown color. And I am going to be placing that in the outer corner of my eyes. So one of the things I do have to say about this palette so far is there is a lot of fallout, and you need to be extra careful with it and make sure you're tapping off your brush. That way the fallout doesn't fall out. The fallout doesn't fall on your foundation, if that makes sense. I would definitely, if I was going to use this palette again, which I probably will because it's not too bad, but if I were going to use this palette again, I would definitely start with my eyes because, honey, there's some fallout happening and I am not a fan. But these shadows so far are doing pretty well. I am having to go back in and dip in quite a bit, but it's really pretty so far. It's not a bad palette. I only paid like $6 for it. That's not bad. I am pretty impressed so far. Now here's the hard part. I am wanting to do something on the lid, but I don't know what I want to do because I really want to play with the blues. Okay, so I think I know what I'm going to do on the inner part of the eye. I think I'm going to mix aquamarine and topaz together because you kind of get this like pretty aqua blue. Let's see how this goes. I'm kind of nervous about it because I don't know how it's going to turn out, but if anything, it's a pop of blue. Okay, so I am gonna go in with the NYX like jumbo eye pencil in white and go in on the inner part of my eye and then add the blue on top of it. That way it makes the blue pop. And I am just using like a small precision brush to do this. And then I'm just going to go in with my finger and blend out that white cream. I really want that blue to pop on the eyes. I'm hoping by doing this it will make that blue pop. Then I'm just going to take like a flat definer brush and go in with the two blue shades and mix them together and place over the white liner that we just put down. Then I'm going to go back in with the Morphe M514 brush and go back in with the two with Precious and Opulence and go in and blend that dark brown into the blue. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply eyeshadow to my bottom lash line. I am going to go in with a e.l.f. small blending brush and go in with Prized I'm gonna go ahead and tap her off. That brush wasn't doing it for me, so I'm gonna go in with a bigger brush than that, but still a small blending brush, and this is just by BH Cosmetics. So after I apply Prized on my bottom lash line, I am gonna go in with just this like small pencil brush and go in with Plush. So once I've applied that, I'm going to go in with my Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH39 brush, and I am just going to mix Opulence and Precious. This eyeshadow look is so giving me like Grand Turks and Caicos vibes. I would love to go on another cruise. I am going back in with a blending brush that we used to start out with our bottom lash line and just going back in with those shadows and blending them out. So with my Morphe M213 brush and with Rock Hard, I'm gonna go back in and smoke out my lash line. So now I'm gonna hop off here and apply my liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. So this is the final look. I did change out the lipstick to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Toffee lip gloss, and I did apply my lashes, and I did add like a cream liner in the waterline. So yeah, this is the completed look. So my final thoughts on this palette is that for it only being $6, it's a steal. You do have to build up the shadows even though they are very pigmented, and there is fallout, so you have to be careful with that. However, I like tried searching the internet for this brand and I couldn't find it, so I don't know if I didn't search hard enough or what. So if you happen to see this palette at TJ Maxx, grab it. You will not be disappointed at all. Don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys. No way, Jose. There is not gonna be any fallout. Caribbean vibes.